Hello, beautiful humans. How the hell are you doing? Today, I would like to talk about the awesome storytelling in Netflix's TV show, The Haunting of Bly Manor. But Jordan, isn't this a booktube channel and even sometimes an authortube channel? No, beautiful human. This channel may be called J. Springer Writes, but this is a storytelling channel. We read, write, and discuss the good, bad, and the journey of telling stories. What makes a good story? Well, I myself am a mood reader. Sometimes I enjoy nonfiction adventure stuff that reinvigorates my desire for wanderlust and traveling experiences. Sometimes I really enjoy the poetic, lyrical fiction that crafts visceral images and tastes good on the tongue. Oftentimes I love romance because I love the different relationship dynamics and exploring relationship as a whole. Plus, escapism is great. But that doesn't answer what makes a good story. Technically, I think that this question is fairly subjective because what one may find a good story, another does not. However, in and of itself, we know that a story is simply conflict and resolution. A plot. A beginning, a middle, and an end. But it's the nuances of the journey, the uncovering of a character's greatest and worst qualities, the desperate hope and bitter resolve that comes from the action and resolution. It's honestly just a power play, such a powerful game from the story creation to the closing of the book. For me, that is what makes a good story, something that makes you feel. Now, I don't know film. Movies are definitely not my forte. I mean, I can admire beautiful cinematography and pick out stylistic choices, but when it comes to the tools to actually dissect a film, I don't have it in my arsenal. My best friend Rachel, actually, side note, let's quickly introduce the three loves of my life. Eric, live-in life partner, road trip buddy, aircraft and car mechanic. Been together for 4 years. Sarah, beautiful redhead I met while I was a flight attendant, incredible artist, and just a growth-minded person all around. Just over 4 years, best friends. And Rachel, gorgeous and ridiculously talented photographer and film major, friends for 17 years, and my platonic soulmate. I mentioned this show to Rachel, talking about how I just really loved the storyline and the relationship dynamic of the characters and how it's not really a ghost story, but definitely more of a romance.
Okay, so this next clip, I called Rachel, and it was going to be the cutest little thing because she was going to give us the lowdown of the stylistic and visual things about this TV show. Because she's a film major and she has that perspective. She's actually worked on some sets of some short films and such in Atlanta, and she's just super cool and has a bunch of knowledge. Anyways, I am an idiot and did not film the audio of this clip, sadly. So she and I will have to do another video in the future together. But basically what she's just talking about here is how she has seen the show The Haunting of Hill House, which is done by the same people who've done The Haunting of Bly Manor. Her experience with that film, or that series, was very much it was fairly campy, which made the story in the show come across fairly cheap. But the thing is it matters the lens with which you are looking at a media or a piece of art or a subject. And Rachel is very horror focused, and she really likes dissecting the cultural implications of a really good horror film. And this is why I think that The Haunting of Bly Manor has done itself the biggest disservice, because the romance and the storylines that illustrate different types of romance, toxic, missed out on, and then gone before it even really had the chance to prosper. All of these really serious and real life forms of love and relationship are going to be missed out on by people who are looking at this film as some sort of observation about the world or looking for some deeper, bigger meaning in the horror, creepy ghost storyline. So that is kind of what we chatted about. And she and I will probably do something together in the future. Anyways, okay, moving on.
From my perspective, The Haunting of Bly Manor uses a form of kind of backwards storytelling where they give you all of the information up front except for like a few key pieces, and then as those key pieces unfold, there's all those aha moments of like, that makes sense from the beginning of the story. I enjoyed that method of storytelling and like the unfolding of all of the realizations of the characters. Story follows this American au pair who is called to take care of the 2 children of Bly Manor, whose parents have died a year prior. And whose former nanny died 6 months prior. Their estranged uncle is grieving and dealing with his own demons, so hence the reason for the nanny. What our American au pair doesn't know though is that while she's running away from her own demons, she is running into somebody else's. The writers begin this story with the American au pair being the main character, but I would argue that there's really 3 main characters, and that is the au pair, the former nanny, and the housekeeper. The unveiling of the truth had the most impact for these characters, and the love story of each was tragic in heartbreaking ways. But like in the best kind of heartbreaking way, you know what I mean? So this theme of like love being this one-size-fits-all thing is one of the reasons why I gravitate away from like traditional romance towards more like supernatural, dark, reverse harem. I like reading about the complexities and like the vastness of different types of love. And if there's anything I've learned in my short life, it is that love is a very simple word for the vastness of such a complex emotion. I love my boyfriend, I love my Rachel, I love my Sarah, my sister, my parents. Each of these loves are important and rotate ranks on my priority scale, but each have also come with their own disappointments, pain, and uncomfortable realizations. This is what I love most about the storytelling in The Haunting of Bly Manor. It isn't the ghost story or the campy resolution. It's the many layers of love and loss illustrated through fallible and broken characters. So have you watched this show? Do you plan on it? Do you agree with my thoughts? Or do you think I'm crazy, and dramatic? Because that's okay too. What do you love most about romance books? Anyways, I appreciate you guys so much. I hope you are staying safe and doing well, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!